Today, Monday, the last day of March 31st, 2025, is brought to you by the Bats. And MLB has to make a decision with the New York Yankees. Obviously, they discovered that the New York Yankees, who had, I believe, 9 home runs on Saturday, that suddenly the Yankees had a torpedo bats where the middle of the bat was bigger than normal, than the most bats, and it made more. The wood is bigger, so therefore it carry more, and it's more of a. I don't know. I'm not an expert on wood, but if it's bigger, like the middle of the wood, then it makes more of an impression when you hit it. There's more contact, there's more force on the ball, etc. Anyways, here's my thing about it is, yes, it was legal. It was according to the rules of the MLB right now, and MLB said it's fine, and every team's going to do it. The MLB's going to have to make a decision in my mind, and I believe they're going to end up making things illegal. To be honest with you, I think they should, but it's up to them. They're going to have to make a decision if they're going to have a 5, 10 home runs every single game, and all these games are going to be 10-8, 15-7, 15-7, etc. And they're going to say, well, everyone's going to say, well, what about the other day that was 3-2? Well, guess what? Here's my thing. They had this thing with the pine tar. The pine tar, by the way, they were breaking records when the pine tar was going on, but the pine tar, people said they could control it, so people were getting more spin rates, more this, more that, and MLB in the middle, out of a whim, in the middle of the season, illegalized it, and they banned the pine tar. Whatever. I mean, that's what they do. They do it in the middle of the season. Now, it's not enough of a sample size to judge, and fine, I understand that it's bigger. But here's my thing. It's like people who say, well, not every game. Look at that game. They didn't do this. They didn't hit 100 home runs that game. Well, let me say this. The Houston Astros didn't win every home game when everybody was complaining about them. Everybody, they were cheating. They were taking the signs away, and they weren't scoring 10 runs a game because they knew. They said they knew every pitch. They knew what a slider was coming. But the games were 2-1. The games were 3-2, and they won the World Series. Okay, and we got fooled by the world as far as complaining about it, and we move on like nothing happened. But they won the World Series after this whole thing. They made the World Series after this, and everybody moved on, and no one cares. But here's the thing: people complained about it at the time, and they deserve to be punished, whatever the punishment was. And guys, for that, like it or not, and by the way, not every game they won. AJ Hinch is not a Hall of Fame manager today because of it. He's not. He went to Detroit. No one cares. No one cares that he's the Detroit Tigers manager. And the GM, I forgot his name, is not in MLB anymore. He would have been an all-time GM. He would have been the Hall of Fame as a GM. Guess where he is now? He's not in the league. Here's my point, at least last time I checked. Here's my point. It affects games. It affects people. And what is MLB going to make the decision? I don't know. I predicted it already, but I really don't know. And it's up to MLB to do it. Is it going to be really entertaining for guys to hit home runs all the time? Is it going to be great that Anthony Volpe, and good for the Yankees, are 3-0? Good for them. Hopefully they're on pace to go 162-0, but hopefully they have a great year. But at the same time, Anthony Volpe hitting 3 home runs the first 3 games of the season. I mean, he's not. I mean, you never know. He could have a breakout year, but I mean, a 175-pound guy. I mean, he's a better baseball player than me and you, but like, I don't know if he's a 45 home run hitter. I don't believe it. Aaron Judge hitting home runs. Okay, fine. He's the only guy that you could say, okay, that makes sense. Every other guy, no. And I'm just, what is MLB gonna do? Obviously, other teams are gonna start doing it, and no one knows who's doing it and what's Photoshop photos are there anymore. But the Yankees actually admitted it, and the Yankees said, oh, they feel more comfortable, they feel this, they feel that. Nobody has a clue what's going on. In my mind, I just think they're going to have to make a decision that the pitcher's ERA suddenly a 3.5 ERA is going to be a great ERA now. That's just how it's going to work. It's going to be obviously they're going to use it for the home run derby, and it's going to be a lot of fun and entertaining. And everyone says, well, spring training, they've used it before. I'm just saying, spring training, like, who cares? I'm talking about regular season games and games that counted. That's my point. That's where I'm going. But at the same time, I don't know. I don't know what MLB should do. Next topic I'm talking about is Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge again. He's on pace if he plays. Obviously, he's got to stay healthy. He's probably gonna hit 50 home runs again. He's a beast. He's going to the Hall of Fame. He's great. He's an insane player. He's the best everyday hitter probably in baseball. You could say Otani. You could say this guy, or that guy, but he's the best everyday hitter in baseball. But when it comes to the postseason, he's flat out a minor leaguer, and that's just wrong. I mean, it's wrong to be a Yankee like that, and it's not right. You play for the Yankees, you get paid for the postseason, and luckily unlucky for him, he's playing for the wrong franchise when it comes to that. When it comes to struggling in the postseason, nobody cares. Barry Bonds was not always a great postseason player besides 2002 where he dominated. But you know what? He's Barry Bonds. They look back at him. He goes, he played for the Pirates and the Giants. He didn't play for the New York Yankees. And that's probably why he took a drop less money. Not that I feel bad for him. To go to the San Francisco Giants because obviously his dad played for both the Giants and the Yankees. And he probably had an effect on him. And at the same time, his godfather was the late great Willie Mays. Absolutely. And Willie, I believe, Stargell. I mean, we're also grew up god uncles to him. He grew up with the Giants, so he went to the Giants as a player. But everybody knows Barry Bonds, as far as we know, he's a great player in steroids. That people think he took steroids allegedly. I'm gonna say allegedly because I have to. I'm on camera, but obviously more people than not think he did, if they had to guess. I'm not saying he did or he didn't. I'm saying that more people than not have to guess that he did. But Aaron Judge, who actually grew up in San Francisco as well, and he actually dropped less money to play for Yankees. Again, don't feel bad for him because it's $36 million a year on salary. That's a lot of money. He's got to be better in the postseason. Until then, yes, I understand it. It's ridiculous. He's been carried to the World Series last year by the guy who's not there anymore. And Giancarlo Stanton, who doesn't play in the regular season, has looked better than him. You can't have Giancarlo Stanton be Aaron Judge and Aaron Judge be I don't even know Mark Ellis at second base. I mean, for the A's many years ago, you can't have that. You can't have that in the postseason. I mean, Giancarlo Stanton being Aaron Judge, I'll be great, but as far as it's got to stop. Enough's enough, and that's all I have to say about that. I mean, with Aaron Judge, I mean, he's probably every night you're going to be like, whoa, he hit another bomb, all rise. I mean, John Sterling not there anymore. Dave Sims, good pickup by the Yankees. He might be the best pickup in the offseason they got. No joke. But Aaron Judge, he's an insane player. But if he's up 3/4 of himself in the postseason, the Yankees are a World Series team, not just a World Series team. They might even win the World Series because of that. But obviously he hasn't been, and I don't know what it is. What does he have? Well, what he doesn't have? I don't know what's going on with him. So that's all I'm going to say for today. Aaron Judge on pace, most likely to be another MVP or close to it. Congratulations! I mean, a 2-time MVP. Might have been should have been a 3rd time. I mean, you could argue him and Altuve. Altuve's batting average is insane, but I just don't have this feeling. I mean, obviously with him in the postseason, but the Yankees, I predicted them to win 85 games. I mean, they didn't lose a game yet, so we'll see when they start struggling a little bit. Because again, it's a 162 game season, and it's a long season. It's a very long season, but Aaron Judge is expected. He's going to hit 50 bombs. But then if he plays in the postseason, he's got to make it there this year. So all I got to say is thank you all for listening. See you guys soon. Subscribe to my channel on YouTube, RE326. Follow me on X, A326. And as well as follow me on Rumble at REF26. All right, have a good day.